It's time now for Countywide, a special presentation of Yavapai Broadcasting News. Join News Director Paul David and News Editor Philip Katafamo as they talk with our community's leaders, newsmakers, and people in the know. You'll hear about the hot topics in Yavapai County that affect all our lives. And now here's today's Countywide.
Welcome back to another episode of Countywide. I'm your host, Philip Katafamo. I'd like to thank you for joining me. On today's show, we are talking with the Cottonwood Old Town Mission, and my guests in studio today are General Manager Jill Sweet and Mission Thrift Store Manager Lyle Straw. Thank you both very much for coming in to talk about the mission.
Thank you for having us, Philip. We appreciate it.
Well, there's a lot going on at the mission, specifically regarding Thanksgiving and Christmas, which we will get to, but I think we'd start off with just kind of, how did the mission get started? Who do you guys serve? Jill, I'll let you jump in on that one.
Okay. Well, actually, the mission started about over 30 years ago, believe it or not. In the Old Town area around Main Street, there was a group of, I think, 4 or 6 friends that just wanted to feed the homeless. And they made some soup and sandwiches, and they basically were serving it out of the back of their pickup truck. So that's how it originally started. Of course, now, all these years later, it has become something so much more. And we're really thankful for that. We have so much community support, and that's how we got where we were. So, who we serve anybody in need. So it's not, I know it began with the homeless, and we still have, a population of homeless, but it's about 20% really of who we serve. The rest would be, elderly people that are on a fixed income, our veterans, a lot of families, whether they're single parent or both parents are working, but they just can't make ends meet kind of things, or people that sometimes find themselves, in a situation that's just temporary, but they need some help. But really it is available for anybody at all. So, and the services that we have, our main services are food pantry, which we have twice a week. We do community meals. We also have a homeless resource center that they can take showers. We just did a whole new remodel, so we have 3 brand new showers, handicapped, accessible. We have that. They can have breakfast, things like that. And then we do a lot of other bigger outreach programs like Operation Back to School. These are kind of annual, programs, outreaches that we do. We do coming up the Flying High Turkey Drive, the Great Turkey Giveaway that we're going to talk about. We just did another event. Our newest one was Kids Clothing Connection. Mm-hmm. We do the Gift of Warm Tent event, Christmas celebration, just different ones. We do brunches throughout the year as well. Yeah, that's a very interesting origin. I had no idea that the mission had started out with just some people making soup and sandwiches for the homeless out of the back of a pickup truck. I mean, it really does ring true to your guys' motto, neighbors helping neighbors. Yes. I mean, genuinely. Yeah. And of course, you deeply steeped into the community, like you mentioned. The community support has been fantastic, and it's allowed you guys to grow and serve more people. You mentioned the big remodel. Let's get specifically into that. What was changed? You mentioned some added bathrooms. Yes,
what's the big model? Big remodel.
It was a big one. It started out as our vision of first let me say that the building that we're in, it's still the same building we were in. So it is actually a historic building. It was built in the 1930s. And so we started out with just wouldn't it be cool to have brand new bathrooms with showers? So our first goal and vision was 3 new handicap accessible showers with, latrines inside and an area for them to get ready. So that was our first initial one. But as they started to take it apart, we found newspaper clippings from the 1920s in there. There was brick walls, pink doors, all these things. So it became kind of a bigger project, as probably any remodel does. But in the end, it was after we were actually closed almost 5 months. It was supposed to be maybe a couple months. But we also had that kind of led to some plumbing issues, so we had to fix that, to roofing issues, to some electrical, we ended up with a whole new roof, new gutters, new bathrooms, painted the entire place, and all new flooring.
Wow. Well, we did show some photos of the remodel up on screen. I know you've got a printed version of that down there. Mm-hmm. And from the photos I've gotten a chance to see, it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
And how funny that I guess they were using newspaper clippings as insulation back in the 1930s.
They were.
What's with the pink doors? Who's
They went and they're taking it down, and they're like, oh my gosh, there's a brick wall. And then there was a smaller pink door, because I think people were smaller than. We saved the door. We're going to use it, though, for something. We're going to use it for something cool. We don't know what. We're going to repurpose it.
Well, of course, we also have Mission Thrift Store Manager Lyle Straw with us as well. Lyle, I wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about the thrift store a little bit. What's going on over there?
Well, we have a couple of different programs. One, we usually like 50% off on Saturday, and everything's 50% off. And we also have like a men's day on Tuesday, which all the clothing is $1 off for all the men that need it. And we also have a ladies' day, which is on a Thursday, which is $1 off also. And then in the middle of the week, we have a 50% for the seniors to come in and shop at our store also.
Yeah, very nice. So a lot of opportunities there with some of those sales. Let's talk a little bit about if anyone wants to donate to the Old Town Mission, to the thrift store specifically, I should say. Where should they go? Who should they contact?
Well, they can contact us at the number that you previously gave us.
928-634-1644.
Yes, that's at the Mission. Yeah, and they can call us, and we have a operator that's standing by pretty much all day. Yeah, all day from 8:30 in the morning until 5 at night, and we accept everything from donations in the morning at 8:30 until 4. And we also do pickups, and we also we drop offs also for deliveries.
You talked about, Jill, a lot of the programs that are going on, but another program that's kind of more specific with the thrift store is the Second Chance Employment Program. Can we talk a little bit about that as well?
Sure. There's quite a few people that work there now that have been through this program. People that need help for reclaiming their independence, I don't know, there's quite a few
About
things.
80% of our employees and staff, our team, between the Mission and the thrift store, are Second Chance Employment. So.
Okay. Can we get specifically as to what that means?
Well, I'll let you do.
Well, it's basically anyone with employment barriers,
Yes.
So we get people elderly returning to work or needing to, subsidize their income a little bit, get a little bit more. We have single parents or that maybe need a certain schedule. We have ones that may have a past criminal record of some sort. Yeah, so those kind of things. Sometimes they may have a disability of some sort.
So it's pretty. I guess it's pretty self-explanatory in terms of the name, Second Chance Employment, whatever that second chance may be.
So what we say is we train, reclaim, and renew lives with a stable job and a steady income.
Very nice.
Kind of
Well, that gives a lot of people some more opportunity to get to work, which is always great.
Yes.
You mentioned the Kids Clothing Connection. We've got just about a minute or two. I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that. It's another program that you guys are excited about.
Yeah. Well, we just did it this last Saturday. At the thrift store, and it was a lot of fun. We had a good turnout. We always try and figure out what in the community do we need and try and meet that need. So we had a lot of kids' clothing. The baby clothes we'll give to House of Ruth because we work with a lot of nonprofits. But we had this middle age, and it wasn't quite like on the store in the store to have all of that out there. We're like, what can we do with it? So we're like, let's give it away free. So we got together with Dr. Danielle Triber. She's over all of the Cottonwood Oak Creek School. She works with a lot of the foster kids or the kids that are homeless, of which there are 120 in the Cottonwood Oak, which was just staggering when we met with her. We got together with them, Save the Nations. They did food. We had barbecue chicken, ribs, Cherry's ice cream was there. So they had free ice cream, and then she did face painting and a craft, and everything was free. And so they could just come in and get bags of clothing free.
If you want to learn more about the Old Town Mission, visit their website, oldtownmission.org, 928-634-7869. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will talk about the Great Turkey Giveaway and the Flyin High Turkey Drive and everything else coming up for the Old Town Mission. Stay with us here on Countywide.
Who doesn't dream of home improvements? Perhaps your kitchen, the real living room. Maybe the bathroom, where you bookend your day. Langstrand Contracting is your one-stop shop from tear down to finishing touches. With 35 years of experience, Chris and his team will work with you to match your family's style and budget. Call Langstrand Contracting today for guidance in bringing your vision to life.
Award-winning Soundbites Grill is an entertainment restaurant located in Uptown Sedona at the Hyatt Pinion Point Resort. Open for lunch and dinner, featuring fresh fish, all-natural hand-cut beef, even a full vegan menu. Family friendly, open 11:30 to 9. Late dining on Friday and Saturday. Soundbites Grill has some of the best views of the Sedona Red Rocks. Offers world-class entertainment, food, fun, and music.
Your carpet is the largest air filter in your home, trapping dust, dirt, and germs from the air that your family members breathe, even the furriest ones.
That's why it's important to keep your carpet and tile clean and hygienic with regular cleanings by Zero-Res. Zero-Res uses state-of-the-art technology and ZR water, not soap or harsh chemicals, so zero residue is left on your home surfaces.
Schedule your appointment today because a clean home is a healthy home. Visit ZeroResNorthernArizona.com.
The mouth is the gateway to the digestive system. Studies indicate a correlation between oral health and full body health. Regular cleanings and checkups can help protect you. New patients are welcome at Arizona Smile Designers in Cottonwood. There's a full smile worth of services all offered under one roof. Whitening and cosmetic to implants and smile reconstruction. Find out more or request an appointment online at azsmiledesigners.com.
Welcome back to Countywide. On today's show, we are talking with the Cottonwood Old Town Mission, and I am joined to my right by GM Jill Sweet, and to her right is Mission Thrift Store Manager Lyle Straw. First segment, we talked a little bit about the mission, who they serve, some of the various programs they have. They just did a big remodel. It looks fantastic. We had a couple photos up on screen. So if you want to check that out, visit oldtownmission.org. Their phone number is 928-634-7869, or go visit the actual location of the Old Town Mission and go check that out. They have a lot of great programs going on. Of course, they've also got the thrift store, which always has some great deals as well. Something that is coming up is the Great Turkey Giveaway and also the Flyin High Turkey Drive, which we are a part of here at Yavapai Broadcasting. And you have brought in this wonderful prop. Woohoo! And I thought that it would give us an opportunity. We can't take too much out of it, but there is a lot of great stuff in here. And I wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about what is in this box.
Well, it is everything that you need to make a homemade Thanksgiving dinner. And we also do this at Christmas time too.
Okay.
So everything we collect is for both. Like last year we did 1,570 meals that looked like this between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Very nice.
So, and it's for anyone in need. A lot of families in need right now especially. But basically it's, it's your turkey. Sometimes we have hams, things like that, gravy. You can make green bean casserole, yams, they're down in there, you can't see, of course, pumpkin pie.
Yes, of course.
Some apple cider juice, rolls, fresh fruits, basically potatoes, everything that you would need to make an entire meal all the way down to desserts.
That's perfect. And what a great kind of all-in-one basket for anybody who might want to put together.
I will say that we don't supply the basket.
Oh, okay. Well, the basket, I guess, is just for decoration.
I wish we did have. I mean, that'd be awesome if we could have all those donations of all those baskets. That'd be really cool. But I mean, it's just to show you kind of everything that goes into it. And what they do is they come through and they will shop, so they get the choices themselves. Yeah. Maybe they don't want the corn and they'd rather have green beans, and there's cranberry, and I mean there's all kinds of things. So stuffing.
I thought these were potato chips.
No,
but
they're cranberries.
They're cranberries.
Yes,
big bag of cranberries.
Yes.
So if you don't want to eat turkey, you can
and sometimes like they may not want this. They might want the other gravy that's in the glass jar. So they get their choices.
A couple apples. I saw an onion or two in there.
Yeah, there's onions, apples. Yeah. It's kind of whatever we have. We'll have other things. We'll have celery. We'll have other veggies. I just couldn't fit it all. So
no, of course. And this is like you said, it's not exactly what will be in the boxes, but there's a lot of what will be in here.
And they choose it, so they kind of make their own box. So
okay. So obviously there is a slight issue right now with supply chain. We've noticed that some stores are not carrying particular items. I don't know how much it's impacted us here in Cottonwood, but I know that it's an issue that's been going around. So currently this box does have a turkey. I want to ask, have you ran into any issues with finding any sort of products, specifically turkeys, anything like that? And if so, how are you guys sort of navigating that supply chain issue?
So we have. We work with a lot of the stores here, Safeway, Fry's, Walmart, and they are running into the same issues where they're only getting so many turkeys shipped. Mm-hmm. So we do have some on hand, full turkeys, the bone-in turkey breast, some other things. But what we're going to do, which is awesome, is we're going to start giving gift cards away.
Okay.
So they're $50 gift cards. So then they can come choose everything else, and then they'll get a gift card, which was actually given to us by Safeway. They just gave us a huge amount of them. We're just waiting for them to get delivered, which hopefully they'll be in time. But they will get the gift card, and they can go and choose what they want. I mean, hopefully they'll get a turkey. We just can't always get it in quantity. So they'll give us like 50, 40, but then they need to save some, you know, for everyone that lives here. So, but if they don't want a turkey, a lot of people want a ham. They want a roast. Maybe they want steaks. I don't know. But it will allow them to do that. So we're real thankful
$50
for
gift
that.
card. I mean, man, you do provide a lot of versatility because, like you said, I know that I have family members who aren't necessarily big turkey fans,
right.
and if that was the only choice, you kind of do result in eating the cranberries. But I mean,
or the pie. I mean,
or a pie. But that's great. The $50 gift card, I love that. It gives them an opportunity, like you said, to change that out and or even pick up a few things they weren't able to grab.
Yeah.
When and where? Where could people go to get this? When can they go get it? When is all this happening?
Okay, so this Thursday is our Flying High Turkey Drive. So it's all day. It's going to be down at the Mission at 116 East Pinal Street, just off Main Street. It's all day from 9 to 2. And they can just come through. And we'll have some other fun things too. The fire department, they have been such a huge support. They're always helping us out, and they help with Operation Back to School. With this big event, they'll be at the Flying High Turkey Drive, getting donations, all of that. You'll see them in front of Fry's. But we're going to have some other things as well for, just some fun gift tents and things like that. So anytime this Thursday from 9 to 2, that's the 18th, and then next Monday we will also be doing the giveaway from 9 to 2.
Okay.
And then as well as next Monday, the 22nd, is the Flying High Turkey Drive at Fry's, and that's where climb the ladder for how many turkeys. It's just a fun day, getting the community out there.
It is a very, very, very fun day. We'll be out there for that on the 22nd, not for the event coming up on Thursday.
Right.
At the Mission again on Thursday at the Mission. You said 9 to 2.
9 to 2 this Thursday, and then the following Monday, the 22nd.
And the following Monday is the Flying High Turkey Drive. We got like 3 minutes before we have to go to break. I did want to make sure we squeezed in the Christmas at Old Town Mission. Can we talk about that? Are volunteers needed? What is that event? What can people expect? And also when and where?
Yes. Okay. So our can I say one other thing about the Thanksgiving? We are also doing our community Thanksgiving meal the week of Thanksgiving, Wednesday, 2 times we're doing it from 11 to 1 and from 4 to 6 p.m. And then Thursday on Thanksgiving will be open too. And we really want to invite the community. And this is for anybody that would just like to come and fellowship. We're going to have some music, a whole meal for you. A lot of times, the elderly or anyone that's alone, we don't want anyone to be alone. Or on Wednesday, if you want to bring your family and you work all day and you go, hey, I'm going to go down there from 4 to 6, get a meal, bring your kids, and we will feed you and we will have such an awesome time. So that I wanted to mention. And then the Christmas, every year it's looked a little different. This year, with COVID, we were shut down, but we still had Christmas Day meal. So that's what we're going to do this year again. We'll have some toys for the kids. Everybody gets gifts. Last year we did like really nice soft blankets, scarves, things like that. And then they'll have a meal. Santa always shows up for the kids. We do song, caroling, music, some games, reindeer games.
Very nice.
But anyway, we just have a good time with them. And I think last year we had about 55 people show up. So it was really neat. And it was on Christmas Day.
Are volunteers needed?
We do. We always do need volunteers. So please, yes.
And again,
awesome.
I know we threw out a whole bunch of dates for those who are listening and watching. OldTownMission.org is probably the best place to go to find out specifically when these things are coming up. Again, there is an event coming up on this Thursday from 9 to 2 at the Old Town Mission. If you want any more information about that, OldTownMission.org is their website. 928-634-7869 is the phone number for the Old Town Mission. For the thrift store, it is 928-634-1644 if you want more information about that. They got a lot going on at the thrift store as well. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will continue our conversation with the Cottonwood Old Town Mission right here on Countywide. Don't go anywhere.
Terrifying jobs. Bull rider, take 2.
Cliff, this seems like a really terrifying job. Why do you do it?
I love protecting the bull riders when they get bucked up.
How big are these bulls?
12 to 2,200 pounds of pure muscle.
You're not cowed by any of this, obviously. Is there anything that scares you?
Yeah, distracted drivers terrify me.
Two things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
The EPA says C&B Construction ranks in the top 1% nationally. C&B Construction invites you to see what energy efficiency and indoor air quality can be. We have won another Department of Energy Innovation Award, and C&B Construction is the only contractor in the country to win 6 consecutive EPA Indoor Air Plus awards. Experience our zero-energy, move-in ready homes at Crossroads at Mingus.
C&B Construction, locally respected, nationally recognized. Find out more at C&B homes.com.
Award-winning Soundbites Grill is an entertainment restaurant located in uptown Sedona at the Hyatt Pinyon Point Resort. Open for lunch and dinner, featuring fresh fish, all-natural hand-cut beef, even a full vegan menu. Family-friendly, open 11:30 to 9, late dining on Friday and Saturday. Soundbites Grill has some of the best views of the Sedona Red Rocks. Offers world-class entertainment, food, fun, and music.
I want to welcome you back to Countywide. On today's show, we were talking with the Cottonwood Old Town Mission, and I am joined by the General Manager, Jill Sweet. She is to my right, and to her right is Mission Thrift Store Manager, Lyle Straw. We talked about a lot. We talked about the origins of the mission. We talked about all their great programs they have going on. We also talked about the Great Turkey Giveaway, which is coming up on Thursday from 9 to 2 at the Old Town Mission, and the Flyin High Turkey Drive, which will be followed up on November 22nd. That is a Monday at Fry's here in Cottonwood, and I believe the event's also going on in Flagstaff as well. But Jill, you had something you wanted to say real quick before we were talking and we ran out of time. So sorry, you had one more thing you wanted to mention.
Well, I just wanted to mention that, we're just really want to give the invitation to everybody out there for our community meal. It is so important to gather together as a community. And so we just want to put an open invitation to everybody out there that if you want to come down the Wednesday before Thanksgiving from 11 to 1 or from 4 to 6, we want to serve you a homemade Thanksgiving meal and just have fun together, and it can be 4 to 6 if you're working, with your kids and you go, I don't want to cook tonight, come on down, we'll serve you. And to all of our partners out there, business partners, everybody that just helps us all the time, please take a lunch break and we'll serve you. And then we'll be Thanksgiving Day there for anybody that's alone. We don't want anyone to be alone. We'll be there.
Again, if you want more information, oldtownmission.org is the website. Their phone number, 928-634-7869. Lyle, there was some stuff about the thrift store we wanted to get in there before we headed out for the rest of the show.
Well, there's a lot of things at the Mission, unusual stuff that when you come shopping in, you don't know what you find until you get there and you see what you actually find and enjoy the product that you do find. We have 12,000 square feet of all kinds of treasures. Every corner, every room you see, there's something there for everybody. So.
And then, of course, there's an opportunity if you want to donate. Their phone number is 928-634-1644. That's the number for the actual thrift store. If you want to donate, you accept clothing. And what else did you guys accept?
We accept almost everything. There's a few things that we do not take, but mostly we take everything that can come through and be resold as they're being donated by either we go pick it up or people drop it off, either way.
And one thing I want to say is, we appreciate all the donations because when people either shop at the store, donate, they are supporting everything that we talked about. And we're keeping it local, neighbors helping neighbors. And one thing I think when you were talking about the donations is there's certain things we don't like, huge appliances. There's some things we simply can't take. But the one thing is that it has to be sellable. And I know sometimes people, bless their heart, they try I have leftover from, and that's awesome if they have leftover from garage sales. But we kind of say like is if it's something you would buy, purchase, or give to someone that you love. That's kind of our standard of it. Because we don't want to end up. What happens then is we end up having to, get rid of it, and then it ends up costing us money, and that kind of So we just want to say thank you for all the support that we get.
Of course, and there's a lot of great support for the Old Town Mission.
Yeah.
I hear the ads all the time on our radio stations, and I know that you guys are, like I mentioned, steeped in the community, and there's a lot of great things going on with the mission outside of these great food baskets that'll be given out to people who need them on Thursday, again 9 to 2 at the Old Town Mission. If you want to check that out, and then on Monday we'll have the Flyin High Turkey Drive at Fry's here in Cottonwood. OldTownMission.org is the website. General Manager Jill Sweet, thank you for coming in.
Thank you so much.
Thrift Store Manager Lyle Straw, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Again, OldTownMission.org is the website. 928-634-7869 is the phone number. And then for the actual thrift store, their phone number is 928-634-1644. That is going to do it for this episode of Countywide. I'm your host, Philip Katafama, wishing you a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time.